I'm Ty Fox. I've been in Newcomers and Neighbors for about 13 years. It's an organization that welcomes new women to the area, but it's also called Neighbors because many of us don't like to quit the organization after we've gotten to know the area. We stay around. Evelyn and I are the co-chairs for programs, and we felt that this was an absolute necessity to get you here and inform these ladies what goes on at the festival every 2 years.
So Eleanor, one of the questions I asked earlier was about experiences with theater, and you shared an interesting experience in taking your grandson to Black Nativity. Tell me about that.
Yes, my grandson is going into the 8th grade, but when he was about 7 years old, he had never expressed any interest in theater, but I thought this was just something he should see. So we took him to Black Nativity, and he was just transfixed, but I couldn't tell what his reaction was because he was just staring. He was quiet. We took him home. Of course, it was late at night, and he was tired. So I called my daughter-in-law the next morning, and I said, well, did Evan enjoy Black Nativity? And she said, I think so. He's leaping over the furniture trying to imitate some of the dance moves that he's seen. And as I told you earlier, that was his first experience with live theater. He's really gotten interested in theater. He's been in school productions. He's now talking about trying out, they live in Greensboro, trying out for Weaver Academy when he goes to high school. We'll see. He still has a year or two before that. I think theater is something he's now talking about maybe majoring in when he goes to college. So I think that was a great beginning for him.
A great seed for him, right?
Great seed. You plant a seed. And the Black Nativity has become a traditional family activity for us as well. So we're looking forward to it again this year. And as I mentioned, my husband and I are on we call it the Fun and Games Committee at our church, but it's a committee that tries to plan social events and outings. The last one we went to see Ragtime at the Theater Alliance to get people to know each other outside of services a little bit better, and we've already scheduled a group outing to Black Nativity this December.
That's fantastic. So, Ty, you mentioned about seeing Rain Pryor at the 2015 National Black Theater Festival. What was that experience like?
Oh my gosh, it was fabulous. First of all, it was so exciting to be downtown. There was crowds of people, and I didn't know what to expect. I had never been before. And she was a little less raucous with her tongue than her father, but she still had a lot of expletives that sort of mingled in with the conversation. And I grew up in the New York area, so listening to her talk about her New York Jewish grandmother, I could totally understand where she was coming from. It was quite charming, and I just wish you'd bring her back because I'd be the first one to buy the ticket.
So, Eleanor, what has your experience been with the festival?
Now that you're asking me and I didn't have time to prepare, I can't think of anything I've seen. But we usually go to a couple productions every year, except for the one year that we did the same thing that you and Sarah did and didn't realize we shouldn't have changed our vacation plans. But we've really been moved and enjoyed everything that we've seen, and we're looking forward to it again this year. And as I said, Ty and I are going to try to organize some groups, and we're going to ask people in the organization to just tell us everything they'd like to see, and then maybe put together small groups of people to go.
All right, so you all learned a chant this morning, I believe, and I'm sure you want the opportunity to practice it right here, and it is.
It is.
We're purple and black because the festival is back.
Put on your purple, and black. One more time.
Put on your purple and black because the festival is back.
So this is Eleanor and Ty. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Thank you for coming.